muzzle when my fingers do space giraffe. I'm gonna write her a theme song soon. So the other day I was hanging out with my born-again Satanist friend. He was a lovely, lovely human being, a wicked rock guitarist. And he's saying that he's on his way down to the abortion clinic to play some wicked rock guitar and hand out flowers. And I was like, hey, yeah, it would be fun on the bun. Unfortunately, much to our dismay, when we got down there, well, the clinic was closed, you see, because a pastor, a Catholic minister, truth be told, had went to the clinic and shot 3 women. Because, I mean, if the woman's dead, she can't have an abortion. The fact that you killed the child in the process is rather inconsequential, really. Because you did a good thing. You prevented an abortion. Prevented 3 of them. At the expense of 6 lives. So my born-again Satanist friend, he hops on the Twitter. Or the Yelp. At touchyourself.com. .org. I have a website, dancingjesus.org. Feel free to visit. But anyways, he's like, hey there! There's a rally at Monsanto! And I was like, oh, I love Monsanto! My friend Fappy works there! Yes, I'm sure you've probably heard of it. Name drop time, bitches! I will my fingers do. No, Fappy, the dolphin, yes, the anti-masturbation dolphin. We go way back, you see, yes, because you see, his mother and my mother are both mothers, yes. My babblefish is dying. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Yes, you see, me and Fappy went to different high schools together. Yes. We both played in a slow pitch tournament once. We weren't on the same team. We didn't actually play against each other, but we were both in the beer garden at the same time at different tables. We have history. And this may surprise you. A lot of people actually think that Fappy is, in fact, a man in a costume. This, of course, is preposterous, you see. What Fappy actually is he is a man-dolphin hybrid created by Monsanto. Yes, you see, if you stick your mackerel in Fappy's mouth, he will like it. So we're like, let's go to Monsanto. Let's go see Fappy. Fate is a cruel mistress. You see, when we got to Monsanto, much to our dismay, 2-time dismay, deuce dismay, in fact, we were deuce dismayed to learn that it was actually an anti-Monsanto rally. Great googly moogly, what madness is this? So my born-again Satanist friend is like, hey, a gig's a gig, I'm gonna go find an extension cord and an outlet so I can play some wicked rock guitar. And because I'm a fucking loser with no life, I decided to go and mingle. Mingle. And I ran into this person. I didn't. I was trying to avoid them, but they chased me down, and they've got this clipboard in their hand and a pen. And excuse me, and so forth. So finally I acknowledged their existence, and they were like, excuse me, do you have a moment? And I said, slow your roll, bitch. Do you have a moment to pick up your clipboard? And I smacked it out of her hand, and I backstroked my way out of there. Backstroked right into another person. An anti-vaxxer. A flat earther. A person who carried 27 different sparkly stones on her, but was quite insistent that none of them conflicted with each other. She began to explain to me that Monsanto plays God. Fappy is a blasphemy. Well, I backhand that bitch and I kept on keeping on. Badmouth Fappy in my presence. Our mothers were both mothers. We go way back. Oh, I have to go soon. I have to go to my night job. I don't at all enjoy it, but I need the money to buy coffee so I can stay awake for my day job. And lastly, we're 10%. I've got to wrap this up. Lastly, I run into a lovely human being who goes on to explain to me, without me at all requesting it, about how Monsanto gave her child autism, Monsanto gave her child ADHD, Monsanto gave her child polio, Monsanto gave her child an iPhone, Monsanto did this, Monsanto did that, Monsanto are playing God with our children. Repeat that last part. Monsanto is playing God with our children. Say again. Say again. Monsanto? Monsanto is playing God. You have a child, but Monsanto is playing God. So tell me this, at what point were you driving down the road and you're just window shopping, casually browsing at a red light, and you happen to see Purgatory? And you're like, oh, well, let's go shopping at Purgatory. And you walk into Purgatory and there's a lovely woman behind the counter and she's, hello, would you like to look at our unborn souls? And you're like, yes, we would like a ginger. And you go through the aisles and you look at all of these unborn miracles trying to find the one you want. I don't think that's what happened. I don't think you sat down with a lawyer and wrote out a contract and an understanding of what you were going to do for this life that you forced without consent. Not once did your child ask you to exist. Not once did your child ask to be here. You made that happen. And now you are sitting at a fucking Monsanto rally, mad at a dolphin, when you could be spending time with that child. Don't blame a multinational corporation for your inability to be a parent.
I'm really hoping that if I kiss Monsanto's ass, they'll build me a real-life space trail.
Tell your friends.